my beloved child, before the sun touched your window. Before the birds began to sing, I was already there watching over you. I wrote this morning with my own hands, painting the sky with colors of mercy, wrapping the air around you with grace you didn't have to earn. You may have woken up carrying the same worries from yesterday, but I want you to know this day is not a repeat. It's a brand new page of your story, and I am still writing with love. Every sunrise you see is my whisper saying you still have purpose. The breath that fills your lungs is not random. It's my reminder that I am not finished with you yet. You may feel tired, lost, or unsure of what's next, but I see beyond your weakness. I see the strength that I placed inside you, a strength that awakens when you trust me. You were never meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You were meant to walk beside me, to let my peace steady your steps, to let my light guide your way. I know the thoughts that press against your heart. I see the fears that you hide behind your smile. I hear every sigh that escapes in the quiet moments when no one is watching. But listen to me, child. You are not alone in your struggle. I am closer than the air that brushes your skin. I am present in your every heartbeat. You may not always feel me, but I am there, constant, patient, tender, and faithful. Today I want you to slow down. Don't rush into the noise of the world before you rest your spirit in my presence. Take a deep breath. Let your heart settle. Let your thoughts be still, because in that stillness, I speak. I don't shout over the chaos. I whisper peace into your soul. I remind you that nothing about your life is out of my reach. The same hands that shape the stars hold your tomorrows. The same voice that calmed the sea still speaks peace into your storm. You see, I didn't give you this new day to relive your pain or repeat your mistakes. I gave it to you to start again, to breathe differently, to see through the eyes of faith instead of fear. Yesterday may have hurt you, but it didn't define you. The past may have left scars, but those marks are not proof of failure. They are proof that you survived, that grace carried you through what you thought would break you. Let this morning be your moment of release. Let go of what you cannot fix. Surrender the questions that steal your sleep. Stop trying to control what belongs to me. I don't need your perfection. I long for your trust. When you give me your worries, you make space for my peace. When you surrender your plans, you open your hands for my blessings. I know what you need before you even ask, and I promise, everything I allow, I will use for your good, even when it doesn't make sense yet. So lift your eyes, beloved. Look at the light breaking over the horizon. It's not just another sunrise. It's my promise that darkness never wins. No night lasts forever, and no pain is permanent when I am near. Walk into this morning knowing that you are covered by my mercy, by my love, by my presence that never leaves. Let your first thought not be fear, but faith. Let your first word not be worry, but worship. And as you breathe in this sacred beginning, remember this is not just another morning. It's your invitation to start again with me. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. Take a deep breath, my child. Today, heaven has scheduled another chance for you to begin again. My dear child, I see the weight you've been carrying, the invisible one that bends your soul more than your shoulders. You've tried to hold it together, pretending to be strong, pretending that you're fine when deep down you feel tired, stretched thin, and unsure of how much longer you can keep going. But listen closely, because this is not a voice of judgment. It's my voice of love calling you home to rest. You were never meant to carry every burden alone. When I shaped you, I never intended for fear, guilt, or exhaustion to live inside your chest. Those are not your companions. They are thieves of peace. Every time you worry about what's next, every time you replay what went wrong, you are lifting a weight that I already asked you to let go of. I told you, cast your cares on me because I care for you. I meant that. Not sometimes. Not only when you're desperate, but always. Lay it down, beloved. The worry that keeps you awake at night, the shame that whispers that you'll never be enough, the regret that keeps dragging your eyes back to the past. Place it all in my hands. You've tried to fix things with your own strength, but that's why you're weary. I am not asking you to solve it. I am asking you to surrender it. The difference between peace and pressure is where you place your trust. When you trust in yourself, you run out of strength. When you trust in me, you find rest. Let this be the morning when you finally release what you were never designed to hold. I know how hard it is for you to let go. You think that if you stop worrying, things will fall apart. But child, don't you know? I am the one holding everything together. The stars don't burn without my word. The oceans don't move without my permission. And your life, yes, your precious life, is in my hands. I have already walked ahead of you, preparing answers before you even knew which questions to ask. You don't need to carry what I have already conquered. The pain that once defined you no longer has power here. The mistakes that once haunted you are already forgiven. I am not looking at your failures. I am looking at your future. I am not counting your flaws. I am counting the moments of courage when you kept believing, even with tears in your eyes. You see your weakness, but I see your worth. You see your limits, but I see the endless grace that covers you. So let go, breathe out the guilt, and inhale my peace. Let go of control. I can do more with your surrender than you could ever do with your striving. Every time you let go, you create space for miracles. Every tear that falls from your eyes waters the soil where new blessings will grow. You are not losing anything when you release it to me. You're simply making room for what's better. What's divine, what's destined. My child, don't mistake release for defeat. It's not giving up, it's giving into love that knows no limits. You're not weak for needing help. You are wise for knowing where your help comes from. Let me take the heavy from your hands. Let me fight the battles that you've been silently fighting. Let me quiet the noise that drowns your peace. Today I want you to walk lighter. Lift your eyes, straighten your heart, and remember, you don't walk alone. I walk before you, beside you, and within you. Nothing in your path surprises me. Not one tear, not one disappointment, not one closed door escapes my sight. Every no I've allowed has hidden a greater yes that's still on its way. So when your mind begins to wander back to worry, whisper this truth to your soul. God is carrying what I cannot. Then breathe. Feel the peace that begins to rise. Not because everything is fixed, but because you're no longer holding it all alone. Child, lay down what you cannot carry. I am strong enough to hold it, gentle enough to heal it, and faithful enough to turn it into peace. My precious child, now that you have placed your burdens in my hands, I want you to rest, truly rest. You have spent so many days trying to outrun your thoughts, filling your life with noise to escape what hurts. But peace is not found in movement. It is found in stillness. I don't speak over the chaos of the world. I speak in the calm that comes after you stop running. That is where my voice waits for you. Not loud, not demanding, but gentle, like a whisper that knows your name. When the world grows silent and you finally pause, that's when I can reach the deepest parts of your heart, the ones you keep hidden even from yourself. I see them and I'm not afraid of what I find there. I see the confusion, the brokenness, the questions you've never said out loud, and I still call you mine. My peace doesn't require that everything in your life makes sense. My peace comes to remind you that I am enough, even when nothing else is clear. You often ask me for signs, for answers, for visible proof that I am near, but my love, the proof is not in the noise. It's in the quiet strength that holds you when you don't know what to do. It's in the tears that dry without explanation. It's in the breath that steadies after prayer. That's me. I am not far away. I am closer than your heartbeat, closer than the air that fills your lungs. My presence is not something you have to chase, it's something you have to notice. When you sit in silence, don't rush to fill it. Let it wrap around you like a warm blanket. I am there, speaking to your spirit without words. Every moment of calm is me telling you, you're safe now. You don't need to control the future. You don't need to relive the past. Just be here with me in this sacred now. I am teaching you to trust what you can't see, to feel what can't be measured, to believe even when you don't have proof. That is faith, and faith is the bridge that brings you into my peace. My child, the storms outside don't define the stillness within. You can walk through chaos and still carry calm inside you because peace is not a place, it's a person, and that person is me. I am the stillness that keeps your soul anchored when the waves rise. I am the calm that holds you when everything else shakes. When fear shouts, what if? My peace whispers, even if things don't go as planned, even if people leave, even if doors close. My love remains unshaken. Do you remember how the disciples panicked in the storm while I slept? They thought the silence meant I didn't care. But silence is not absence. My peace is not a lack of concern. It's confidence that no storm can drown you while I'm in the boat. So when your world grows quiet and I seem far away, don't let doubt speak louder than faith. I'm still here, still watching, still working in ways you can't yet see. You don't have to perform for me. You don't have to say the perfect words or pray the perfect prayer. Just sit with me. Breathe with me. Let your heart slow down enough to feel that you are loved, not for what you do, but for who you are. Mine. There is beauty in silence when you realize it's not empty, it's filled with my presence. There is strength in waiting when you understand that waiting is not wasted, it's preparation. So take these quiet moments not as pauses, but as sacred spaces where your spirit can hear what the noise of the world tries to drown out. I am with you. I am for you. I am enough. When you rise from this stillness, you will not be the same. The noise that once ruled you will lose its power. The fear that once shouted will fade. Because when my peace enters, every voice that doesn't sound like love must leave. So rest now, beloved. Let my silence speak louder than your worries. Let my peace guard your heart like a fortress of calm. You are safe in me, completely, eternally, and always. My beloved child, there are moments when the silence feels too heavy, when the night seems too long, and when your heart whispers, "No one sees me." I know that feeling, that ache inside your soul that longs to be understood, that quiet pain of walking through life surrounded by people yet feeling unseen. But my child, hear me now. You have never been alone, not for one heartbeat, not for one breath. I have been beside you in every shadow, in every tear, in every lonely moment when you thought no one cared. When others walked away, I stayed. When you were too tired to pray, I still listened to the words hidden behind your sighs. When your heart broke and you hid it behind a smile, I saw every fracture. I was there, holding the pieces together when you thought they would shatter beyond repair. You may not have seen me, but I have been tracing your every step, guiding you even when you didn't know where you were going. You see, I don't need you to be perfect for me to stay close. My love is not based on your performance, it is rooted in who I am. I am faithful when you are weak, near when you wander, gentle when you fall. There has never been a single moment when I turned away from you. Even in your darkest night, I was there, whispering light into the places where you felt forgotten. Sometimes I let the world grow quiet around you, not to punish you, but to help you hear me better. I remove certain voices not to leave you empty, but to fill the silence with my presence. You think loneliness means absence, but often it means invitation, an invitation to find me in the space you thought was void. The ache you feel for connection is the echo of your soul calling out for its creator. And I answer every time with the same gentle truth. I am here. My child, when your pillow catches your tears, I count each one. When your heart trembles under the weight of loss, I am the unseen strength that keeps it beating. When fear whispers that no one would notice if you disappeared, I remind heaven of your name. You matter more than you know, not because of what you do, but because you are mine. Even when your faith feels small, my presence does not shrink. Even when you pull away, I follow. When you say I can't go on, I lift you without words. When you doubt if you're loved, I cover you with mercy so deep that it wraps around your soul like a blanket of peace. You may not feel me in the way you expect, but I am woven into everything that sustains you. The breath in your chest, the rhythm of your heart, the sunrise that greets your window. All of these are me whispering, I'm still here. So tonight, or at any moment when the silence returns, don't fight it. Sit in it, and you will find me there. Let your loneliness become a doorway, not a prison. Let your pain become a prayer that I can answer. Speak to me in your own words, even if all you can say is help. I don't need eloquence, I need honesty. I don't need perfection, I need your presence. You are not unseen, you are not unloved, you are not forgotten. Every star in the sky, every drop of rain, every soft breeze that touches your face, they all carry the same message from my heart to yours. You are mine, and I am here. You are surrounded, my child, not by emptiness, but by endless love. You walk through the valley, but not without my hand. You face the storm, but not without my covering. You sit in silence, but not without my voice breathing peace into your soul. So lift your eyes. You are never truly alone. You are forever held, forever seen, forever loved by the one who made you. When you feel alone, close your eyes and whisper my name. You'll find that I was never far. I was always right beside you, waiting for your heart to remember me. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed. My beloved child, I have seen every tear that has fallen from your eyes. Not one has been wasted, not one has been unseen. You may think your tears are a sign of weakness, but in my eyes they are sacred. Each drop carries a story of faith that refused to die. Each one waters the soil of your destiny, making way for something beautiful to grow. You cry because you feel deeply, because you have loved, hoped, and tried even when it hurt. And that kind of heart, a heart that still feels, is the heart I can use the most. I know there are nights when the pain feels endless, when you press your face into the pillow and whisper, "Why, God?" You may not see the purpose yet, but your tears are not for nothing. I collect them. I keep them. I turn them into strength you didn't know you had. I take the moments that broke you and weave them into wisdom that will one day heal others. You see only the breaking, but I see the becoming. You feel the loss, but I am shaping gain. What you think is the end is often the planting, and every tear that falls is a seed that will bloom into peace. My child, I never promised that life would be free of pain, but I did promise that I would never leave you in it alone. I walk with you through every valley. I bend low beside you when you fall. I whisper hope into the cracks of your heart when you think you cannot take another step. The pain that was meant to destroy you will one day become your testimony. The very tears that burned your cheeks will turn into rivers of compassion that flow from you to others. You will comfort people from the same place where you once wept. So don't hide your tears from me. Don't apologize for the moments when your strength feels small. I am not disappointed when you cry. I am moved. My heart leans toward you in your weakness, not away from it. When you cry, you call my name even without speaking. And when you cannot stand, I lift you. I do not despise your pain. I redeem it. You ask me sometimes, why must I hurt to grow? Because pain, my love, is not punishment, it's preparation. The soil of your soul must be softened before new life can take root. Tears do that. They break the hardness that forms when disappointment builds up. They cleanse the eyes so you can see again, not with fear, but with faith. Every tear invites healing, and every moment of surrender invites my strength to take its place. When you look back, you will see how every heartbreak had a hidden blessing. The job you lost made room for something greater. The person who left made space for real love. The door that closed protected you from what would have broken you completely. I don't waste pain, child. I transform it. I turn ashes into beauty, mourning into dancing, tears into songs of joy. So when your eyes fill again, don't rush to wipe the tears away. Let them fall into my hands. Feel my presence in that sacred exchange. You give me your sorrow, and I give you peace. You give me your brokenness, and I give you strength. This is what love does. It trades your weakness for my power, your despair for my hope. Hold on, beloved. There will come a day when the very thing that made you cry will make you grateful. The tears you shed today will become the rivers that lead you toward tomorrow. The night may last long, but the morning is already written. And when the sun rises again, as it always does, you will rise too. Not because you forgot the pain, but because you found me in the middle of it. So lift your face, even if it's still wet. Know that I'm near. I'm turning your sorrow into strength, your wounds into wisdom, and your pain into purpose. Your tears are not wasted, my child. They are seeds, and what I plant through your pain will one day bloom into something you'll thank me for. My beloved child, I know there are days when nothing makes sense, when the path I've placed before you feels confusing, when you whisper, "Why, Lord? Why now? Why me?" I hear those questions. I see the uncertainty behind your eyes, the ache in your spirit when life doesn't unfold the way you hoped it would. You wonder if I still have a plan, if I still see you, if I still care. Let me assure you, I have never stopped caring. I have never lost sight of you. Even in the silence, even in the confusion, I am working quietly, deeply, perfectly for your good. You look at the puzzle of your life and see pieces that don't seem to fit. I see the whole picture. You see only the storm. I see the purpose that will rise from it. You see detours. I see protection. You see delays. I see divine timing. My thoughts are higher than yours, not because I want to keep you in the dark, but because I am guiding you through what you cannot yet understand. I am not hiding answers from you. I am holding them until your heart is ready to receive them. Child, I know how much you want clarity, how much you wish I'd just show you every step before you take it. But if I showed you everything now, you wouldn't need faith. And faith is where your strength is born. Faith is not about knowing every detail. It's about trusting that my heart for you is always good, even when my ways are mysterious. When you can't trace my hand, trust my heart, it beats for you. I understand how frustrating it is when prayers seem unanswered, when doors close, when people you love walk away. You think I've forgotten you, but sometimes my silence is my protection. Sometimes I withhold what you think you want because I know it would hurt you more than bless you. Sometimes I let you walk through loss because it will reveal what could never be taken from you, me. I am the same God in the storm that I am in the sunshine. My love for you doesn't change with your circumstances. I don't love you more when life is easy, and I don't love you less when life is hard. My love is steady, constant like the sunrise, faithful like the tide, endless like the sky. Every time you question what I'm doing, look back at what I've already done. Remember the moments you thought you wouldn't survive but did. That was me. Remember the times when peace found you in chaos. That was me. Remember the strength you felt when you thought you had none left. That was me too. You don't have to understand everything to trust me. You just have to know that I am good. My plans are not meant to punish you. They are meant to prepare you. I allow what I allow, not because I want to see you suffer, but because I am shaping you into something greater than the pain. Every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every unexpected turn, they all have a place in the story I'm writing for you. So when confusion comes, don't fight it. Let it drive you closer to me. Ask me your questions, but don't let your questions silence your worship. Cry if you must, but let your tears fall into faith, not fear. You don't need to know the why when you know the who and you know me. Child, I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I will never abandon you halfway through your journey. Trust me even when your heart breaks. Trust me when the answer is not yet. Trust me when the path looks uncertain. I am already at the end of the road, waiting to welcome you with joy. You don't walk toward confusion, you walk toward completion. What I start, I finish. What I promise, I fulfill. I need you to believe this. Nothing you've lost is beyond my reach, and nothing you face is beyond my control. The plan may not make sense now, but one day you will look back and see that every step, even the painful ones, led you closer to peace. And when that day comes, you'll thank me not only for what I gave, but for what I withheld. So when you don't understand, trust my heart. It has always been for you, always beating with love, always guiding you toward the light you can't yet see. My beloved child, I know the wounds you carry. Some are visible, and others are buried deep inside, hidden from everyone but me. You've walked through valleys that others could not see, carrying heartbreaks that no one could understand. You've asked me, why did this have to happen? And sometimes the silence that followed hurt more than the pain itself. But my child, I have never been silent because I didn't care. I've been silent because I was working, shaping, healing, preparing. Your pain has not been wasted, it has been planted. And from that soil of sorrow, purpose will rise. I never waste tears, I never waste suffering. Every hurt you've endured is a brushstroke in a masterpiece you can't see yet. When you look at your life, you see fragments, broken moments that seem meaningless. But I see the full picture, and I'm using those very fragments to form something beautiful and strong. What hurt you will one day help you heal others. What broke you will one day make you whole. What felt like an ending will become the beginning of something sacred. You see, pain teaches you what comfort alone never could. It deepens your compassion, expands your heart, and draws you closer to me. You may think I only meet you in your joy, but some of our most intimate moments happen in your sorrow. It's there, in the ache of your heart, that I whisper truths too deep for words. You are still loved. You are still chosen. You are still mine. I know there were times when you wanted to give up, when the weight of it all felt too heavy to carry, but you didn't quit. You kept walking, even with trembling hands and tired feet. And that, my child, is where purpose begins. Not in perfection, but in perseverance. You thought your pain disqualified you, but it's the very thing I will use to bless others. The scars you try to hide will become the places where my light shines. Do you remember when Joseph was betrayed by his brothers and left in a pit? What they meant for harm, I turned into salvation. Do you remember when Job lost everything? What seemed like devastation became restoration. And do you remember my son, who was broken on the cross? That pain became redemption for the world. I have always turned pain into purpose, and I will do the same for you. I don't want you to relive your pain, child. I want you to redeem it by letting me transform it. Stop seeing your wounds as shameful reminders. Start seeing them as holy testimonies. Every scar tells a story of survival. Every heartbreak reveals a deeper layer of faith. Every disappointment opens a new path for grace to enter. I am rewriting what was meant to destroy you into something that will bless you and others through you. Your pain has not been wasted, it has been refined. Like gold in the fire, you have been shaped, purified, and strengthened. You may feel fragile, but you are unbreakable in my hands. Every trial you've faced is teaching you how to love deeper, forgive faster, and trust stronger. One day you will thank me for not giving you what you thought you wanted, because what I am preparing is greater than what you could have imagined. So lift your head, my precious one. Don't hide your past, let it shine. Don't be ashamed of your story, tell it. For through your story, others will find hope. Through your pain, others will see my power. You are not the same person you once were. You are softer, wiser, and stronger, not in spite of your pain, but because of it. Every dark chapter will one day make sense when you see how it led you closer to me. Every unanswered question will fade when you realize that all along, I was writing redemption between the lines. So trust me, child. What once broke you will soon bless you. What once hurt you will soon heal others. I'm turning your pain into purpose. One heartbeat, one breath, one sunrise at a time. My beloved child, I know how fear can feel like a storm inside you, loud, sudden, and uncontrollable. It comes without warning, whispering lies that make you doubt your worth, your future, even your faith. But listen closely to me now. The fear that rises within you is not greater than the faith I placed in you. You may feel weak, but your spirit carries my power. The same strength that calmed the sea, the same voice that raised the dead lives inside you. You were created to stand, not to shrink. You were born to rise, not to hide. Fear tells you that you're alone. Faith reminds you that I'm right beside you. Fear says you can't. Faith answers, God already has. Fear focuses on the storm. Faith sees the Savior walking on the water. My child, your fear does not offend me. I know it well. I see it trembling inside you. But I also see what's underneath it, a heart that still dares to believe even in the dark. That kind of faith moves mountains, not because it's loud, but because it's alive. You don't need a perfect faith. You only need a willing heart. Even the smallest seed of faith, when planted in trust, can grow stronger than any fear that comes your way. When fear knocks, don't open the door with worry. Open it with worship. Speak my name. Remind your soul that you are not standing in your strength, but in mine. The moment you call out to me, I answer, not from far away, but from within you, because that's where I live. I never asked you to pretend you're not afraid. I asked you to trust me in the middle of it. Courage doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means you choose faith even while your knees shake. Remember when David faced Goliath? He wasn't fearless, he was faithful. Remember when Peter stepped out onto the water? He wasn't steady, he just kept his eyes on me. That's what I'm asking from you now. Don't stare at the waves. Look at me. You've overcome more than you realize. Think back to every time you thought you wouldn't make it. Yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still believing. That's not luck, that's faith. And that same faith will carry you through what's ahead. The enemy wants you to think fear is stronger, but fear is only a shadow, and shadows disappear in the light. I am that light. Stand in me, and fear will lose its power. When your heart begins to race and your mind fills with what-ifs, pause. Breathe in my presence. Breathe out the panic. Say these words softly. God is with me. Let them echo in your soul until peace begins to settle where fear once lived. You are not fighting this battle alone. Every time you whisper my name, heaven moves on your behalf. Angels surround you, grace covers you, love defends you. My child, I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. You are not meant to live anxious and afraid. You are meant to walk boldly, knowing that I go before you. The same hands that shaped the world hold you steady. The same voice that spoke life into creation is speaking peace into your heart right now. So lift your head even when the wind howls. Walk forward even when the path looks uncertain. Fear is loud, but faith is louder, and your faith will silence every lie. The moment you choose to believe that I am greater than your fear, the storm inside you begins to calm. You don't have to understand how. You only have to trust who. So when fear rises, let your faith rise higher. I am your courage when you tremble, your strength when you stumble, your light when you can't see the way. Fear will fall, but faith, your faith, will stand forever. My precious child, there is a secret that can change the rhythm of your entire life. Gratitude. It is more than a word you speak. It is a doorway to peace, a bridge between pain and joy, between waiting and receiving. When your heart learns to thank me not only for what you see, but also for what you can't yet understand, you open your spirit to my miracles. Gratitude transforms ordinary mornings into sacred moments. It takes the same air you breathe every day and turns it into worship. I know that sometimes you feel like there's nothing left to be thankful for, that your prayers are unanswered, your hands are empty, and your heart feels tired. But child, listen to me. There is always something to thank me for. The breath in your lungs, the sunrise that paints the sky with mercy, the quiet strength that carried you through another day. Every beat of your heart is proof that grace is still flowing through you. Gratitude isn't about ignoring your pain. It's about remembering that even in pain, you are not alone. When you give thanks, even through tears, you are reminding your soul that I am still good, still present, still in control. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already given. It silences the voice of fear and gives birth to peace. The moment you say, "Thank you, Lord," even for the small things, the atmosphere around you begins to change. Heaven leans closer. The weight on your chest begins to lift. Gratitude doesn't wait for the storm to end. It praises through the rain, trusting that the rainbow is already written. Praise, my child, is not just a song, it is a weapon. It breaks the chains that fear tries to tighten around your heart. When you praise, you remind darkness who I am. You remind the enemy that even when you're hurting, you belong to me. Praise invites my presence, and where I am, peace reigns. So when your soul feels heavy, don't run from me. Sing to me. Whisper words of thanks even when your voice shakes. You'll find that the more you thank, the less you fear. The more you praise, the lighter your heart becomes. Do you remember Paul and Silas in the prison cell? They didn't wait for freedom to sing. They sang while the chains still rattled. And because they did, the walls trembled and doors opened. Gratitude and praise have that kind of power. They move what nothing else can. When you choose to thank me in the middle of the night, you are declaring that your faith is bigger than your feelings. You are saying, "God, even here I trust you." And when you do, I move mountains silently on your behalf. You don't have to shout your praise. A whisper of thanks is enough. A soft thank you, Jesus spoken from a weary heart, is louder in heaven than the greatest choir on earth. I hear it, I honor it, and I respond with peace. Gratitude draws heaven closer, and every act of praise makes your spirit stronger. You begin to see beauty in places you once saw pain. You begin to notice blessings in things you once called burdens. That's the miracle of a thankful heart. My child, I want you to wake each day not with worry but with wonder. Look around you at the sky, at the air, at the people you love, and see my fingerprints everywhere. Gratitude isn't only for the moments that feel good. It's for the moments that remind you I am still with you even in the storm. So let your first words each morning be, "Thank you. Thank me for what was, for what is, and for what will be." Gratitude turns waiting into worship and pressure into peace. And as you end each day, let praise be the blanket that covers you. Whisper thanks for the lessons, for the strength, for the mercy that carried you through. When you live with a grateful heart, joy will follow you like sunlight follows dawn. So praise me, my beloved, not because everything is perfect, but because I am. Not because life is easy, but because grace is real. Gratitude is the song your soul was created to sing, and when you sing it, heaven sings with you. My precious child, if you remember nothing else from this prayer, remember this: you are loved. Not the kind of love that fades when you fail or disappears when you make mistakes, but a love that stays, heals, and redeems. A love that existed before you took your first breath and will remain long after your final one. I have loved you from the beginning, before time began, before the world turned, before the stars were hung in the sky. You were already in my heart. You are not an accident. You are not forgotten. You are my beloved creation, and everything about you is designed with intention and care. You sometimes measure your worth by how others treat you, by how they speak, by who stays, by who walks away. But child, people's love is limited. Mine is endless. My love doesn't depend on your perfection. It doesn't fade when you stumble or weaken when you doubt. When you fall, I don't pull away, I reach down. When you feel unworthy, I whisper, "You are mine." When you think you've gone too far, I say, "You are never out of my reach." There is nothing you can do that will make me love you less, and nothing you can achieve that will make me love you more. My love simply is constant, unshakable, eternal. You've looked for love in people, in success, in things, trying to fill an emptiness that only I can satisfy. The world offers temporary comfort, but my love is permanent peace. It doesn't demand that you be someone else. It calls you to rest as you are. I don't ask you to earn it. I ask you to receive it. Let my love be the place where your heart can finally stop running. Let it be your home. Do you know what I see when I look at you? Not your mistakes, not your scars, not your failures. I see beauty, resilience, and purpose. I see my reflection in your eyes. You are not too broken to be loved. The cracks in your soul are where my light shines through the brightest. You may feel unworthy, but I have already called you worthy. You may feel forgotten, but your name is written on the palms of my hands. You may feel unseen, but I have numbered every hair on your head. My love is detailed. It is personal. It is yours. When you feel distant, come back to me. When you are afraid, lean on me. When you doubt, talk to me. I'm not far away, waiting for you to fix yourself. I'm right here, waiting for you to let me hold you. I'm not ashamed of your weakness. I'm proud that you still try, still believe, still hope. Every breath you take is a reminder that my grace still flows. Every sunrise is my way of saying you have another chance to live in love, not fear. You don't have to understand everything to be at peace. Just rest in this truth: you are loved. Even when you don't feel it, even when you don't see it, it's still true. My love doesn't depend on your emotions, it depends on my promise. And I promise never to leave you, never to forsake you. Even in your loneliest nights, my presence wraps around you like a soft blanket of peace. Even in your hardest seasons, my hand is steady under yours. So today, release every doubt. Stop wondering if you're enough. You are enough because I am enough for you. Stop chasing what can't fill you. You already have what your soul is looking for. Me. I am the love that never leaves, the hope that never fades, the grace that never runs dry. You don't have to earn it. You only have to open your heart and let it in. One day, when you look back on your life, you will see that my love was written in every moment, in every answered prayer, in every closed door, in every tear that led you closer to me. You will understand that love was never something you had to find. It was something that found you. You are loved deeply, endlessly, completely. Not just for a moment, but for eternity. I am your beginning, your middle, and your forever. Rest now, my child, for you are home in my love. My beloved child, now that your heart has walked through every word of this prayer, through surrender, trust, peace, and gratitude, I want you to pause for a moment and simply breathe. You made it here. You've listened, not just with your ears, but with your soul. And in this quiet moment, I want you to feel something deeper than words, the warmth of my presence surrounding you, holding you, healing you. You are not the same person who began this journey. Somewhere between your tears and your prayers, a shift happened inside of you. The weight that once pressed on your chest has begun to lift. The confusion that clouded your thoughts has started to clear. The wounds that once bled silently are slowly being sealed by grace. What you feel now, that stillness, that warmth, that calm, that is me. That is love settling into every empty space, light filling every dark corner. I want you to know that I am proud of you, proud of your strength, even when you felt weak, proud of your faith, even when it trembled, proud of the way you kept going, even when you didn't understand where the road was leading. I saw every silent prayer, every whispered, "Help me," every act of kindness that no one else noticed. I saw it all and I smiled because I was walking beside you through it all. My child, your story is safe with me. Every chapter, even the painful ones, is being rewritten with purpose. You are not defined by your mistakes or your fears, but by my mercy and your courage to keep believing. I am not finished with you yet. Every sunrise will carry new grace. Every breath will remind you that hope is alive. So as you rise from this prayer, do not leave my presence. Carry it with you. Let peace go before you like a soft light. Let faith anchor you when uncertainty comes. Let love guide every word, every step, every decision. The world will try to rush you, distract you, and make you doubt again, but remember what we shared here. This stillness, this connection, this truth. You are mine, and I am yours. Whenever you forget, return to this place, not a physical place, but the space in your heart where we meet. You don't need perfect words to find me, just whisper my name. I will be there, in the quiet, in the chaos, in the middle of whatever comes next. Child, walk in peace now. The same God who spoke light into the universe walks with you into every tomorrow. The same love that created the stars now dwells within you. Nothing can separate you from it, not fear, not failure, not distance, not time. So rest, my beloved. Rest knowing that you are seen, known, and endlessly loved. You are never walking alone, for I, your God, walk with you now and forever. Leave your amen in the comments and your like so your life may be even more blessed.